to Martin and Roman's Sunday Best.
Yeah, we are back with your Sunday morning serving of guests, gossip and games.
Now with us today is a man who made the switch from stand-up to star of stage and screen. It's Rufus Hound.
Yes. And Rufus is actually here to give us an exclusive. He has got a big announcement and he's chosen to make it right here on Sunday Best.
Ooh.
And on my side is a presenter who's making sports people strip for her podcast. I'm very confused by this. Strip back sport. Yes. I will add some context later on, Kirsty, don't worry about it. Kirsty, so lovely to have you here. Let's hear it for Kirsty Gallacher, everyone. She is talking about her brand new podcast.
And our third guest today is joining us all the way from Australia, Delta Goodrem. Can you believe it's been almost 20 years since she burst onto the pop scene and now she's back with some brilliant new music.
Let's hear it for Delta joining us. Now, if you've joined us before, you'll also know that we have access to the cloud, providing us with some great content throughout the show. And as always, it's kick-starting with a music question. What was number one on this day back in 2001? Okay, number one on this day back in 2001. Kirsty, I'm going to come to you first.
Oh, goodness.
I'm going to come to you first. Just take a guess. Think, what were you doing at this time of year, 2001? You turn the radio on. What's playing?
Something like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain. But what was it? What, that song? Baby, I Love Your Way.
Maybe I love your way.
You know this song.
Yeah.
Okay, I probably will know the song.
Baby, I love your way.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Day.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Rufus, what about you?
Sort of feels like Beyonce's pop period. So
That's a good
Beyonce.
call.
Beyonce's a decent one. Go on then, Dad. What do you reckon?
I'm going to go with... I have to look at what I was doing at that time. I was doing EastEnders.
Right.
First
So what was
kind
playing
of
in the
big
E20?
year. I reckon E20 would be playing Take That.
Take That.
Yeah.
Take That. Any preference on the song?
No, just
No,
give me
just
Take
something,
That.
Take That.
Yeah.
I'll give you the Take That. Well, I can tell you, you're all wrong. The answer is Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Let's take a listen. Now, I remember it big. Was it this? Because this was Steps. I think it was this. Anyway.
No, it was this, wasn't it?
No, that's Vogue.
This what?
That's Vogue, or you're either doing that or Big Box, Little Box, Big Fish,
No, it's
Little
one of
Fish.
those, wasn't it?
No, it was not that. Was not that.
Was that Madonna?
That is sacrilegious to Kylie. Please don't. Now, a little bit of a fun fact on Kylie. She made her on-screen debut at just 11 years old in soap opera called The Sullivans. And it's a lovely way for me to be able to ask, what was your first ever TV appearance, Kirsty?
Well, presenting on Sky Sports.
That was the first ever one.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Was it? You didn't go build up to that? You
No,
went straight
I wasn't a
into
child actor.
Wow.
Or anything like that. No, I went straight. I was working there behind the scenes, and then they flung me on screen. I just sort of went on, and it wasn't good in the early days. I was petrified. I was just, it was
That's a
scary.
proper
It was really scary. That was
baptism
my
of fire.
first. It was a baptism of fire. That was my first moment. Yeah.
I mean, Rufus, what about you?
Saturday morning kids TV show came to my school, and we had a conservation project that we were like basically ripping out trees and rebuilding this massive lake and things. And because I was the gobbiest, they asked me to present it.
How old were you?
About 12, I think. I just remember wearing this like really kind of proper school tracksuit all the way there, just going, car park or lake? Which do you prefer?
What was yours? Because you started early.
Oh, I started young. Yeah, my first one was Jack and Ori. You remember Jack and Ori?
Yes, I still love that.
They used to read stories, but every now and again they used to make a little kind of episode, you know. But that was my first one.
That was your first one, but it didn't take you long for you to get your kit off on shows.
On
and
what?
I only say that because you're looking super musty here.
What did you have to do to win you?
I will tell you about it. Why I'm naked here is this is a shower scene straight after a school game of football, and all the boys have been out on the field, and they've all come into the shower, and there's about 30 naked boys in this scene.
Anyway, enjoy your apple juice.
Rufus Hound seems to have done it all, but he's one of my favourite comedians. A successful TV star, stage star, and now he's here to break some big news. So Rufus, without any more delay, right, what is the exclusive news you're going to give us?
Well, I'm going to be on Dancing on Ice. Yeah.
First question is, why Dancing on Ice?
And the answer to that is money. I don't know if you heard, about 6 months ago, there was this global pandemic. And literally everything I've ever done to earn a £1 note disappeared. And so this point has arrived, and they said, we'll pay you. And I said, well, do you know something? I love ice skating.
So, do you know something? I'm the best ice skater ever.
Yeah, that's what I said to them. I said, it's funny you should say that.
Yeah. Are you practiced? Are you ready?
No. No.
When does training start?
The training starts in a couple of weeks. You know, I've spent the last 20 years in the pub, mainly. Don't like physical exercise, don't really believe that art should ever be a competition. So all of this is just like a nightmare.
So you're nervous?
No, I'm not really that nervous about it. I just don't want to do it.
Despite the money?
No, I have to do it for the money because I have a mortgage and children.
Right.
But I don't want to do it. If you offered me the same money to do house removal, I would do that instead.
Listen, you are doing it. You signed up. This is it. You've got the skates on now.
I'm on this show announcing it, so no turning back.
Yeah, exactly.
Was honestly sat here waiting for a call from the agent saying I found you something else. It hasn't happened.
But what about the costumes? Are you ready for the costumes?
No, don't want to wear those.
Costumes?
No. Well, again, look at how lovely you're dressed. Every time I ever hear anyone talk about you, they go, God, he's handsome. And you're well turned out. And I've never once seen you in a lycra one-piece. And there's a reason for that.
If you Google 1980 Martin Kemp, you will see it.
Yes,
you will see it.
I'm worse than a lycra one-piece, I'll tell you that. But we haven't mocked up a picture as how you might look.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
I think you look great.
Yeah, there you go.
Dashing.
Yes, I mean, it's a very good point. Why wouldn't I want that?
Yes. Honestly, I think you might be pretty decent. Genuinely.
Look, the God's honest truth is, right, and you're actually a magnificent example of this. As life goes on, you find yourself at a moment, you go, right, I can do this, I could do that, I can have a go. And actually, the adventure of it is doing things that you might start off thinking, not in a million years.
Absolutely.
And then fate conspires and they end up being some of the most fun things.
Exactly. But I mean, look, 7 years ago, right, you moved away from comedy, you know, and then now you're performing in the West End, you're doing lots of things. You were in the middle of going into performing as well on a West End show before all of the pandemic.
Yes.
What do you find that you enjoy more, you know, realistically, going back from starting as a comedian to the big performances on stage? What do you gravitate towards?
So when I was about 3, I watched The Muppet Show for the first time, and from that point onwards, I was like, oh, you go to a theatre, there's a gang of wacky characters, and then you put on a show. And really, my life has always been kind of pursuing that. And it hasn't mattered overly whether that's stand-up or theatre or TV or whatever. It's like, turn up, join the gang, make it happen.
I mean, I quite like that. Join the gang, get involved. I'm enjoying it. And you've got a new member to your family, the new gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiger. Yeah.
Talk to me. Apparently, your daughter was begging you to get a cat.
Yeah, so there was a year of my daughter explaining why we had to get a kitten and me explaining what cats are doing to the native bird population of the UK, at the end of which she went, yeah, but it's my birthday, and so now we have that kitten.
Very pretty.
Who is just sort of like pressing fast forward on joy.
Yeah.
You just walk into any room, and if Tiger's in that room, you go, oh, yeah. But she's a nightmare. She just knocks everything on the floor and walks around like she owns the place, and the kitten isn't that much better.
I have got a little bit of a challenge for you,
Exciting.
Rufus. Right, now, obviously, as you're heading into Dancing on Ice, I wanted to check your knowledge on ice skating. I've come up with a little game. I love the name, if I may say so myself. It is called... Maybe.
No, that is absolutely awful. Awful. Let's do it again. Right. Let's all do it together.
All right.
Ready? Yeah. This is how you do it.
All right. Maybe.
Right. That's how I like it.
Collaborate and listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Brand new invention, something grabs a hold of me tightly, flows like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yeah, I don't know. Turn off the light and I flow to the extreme, walk a line like a vandal, like the stage, we jump like a candle, dance. When I speak of that groove, killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly when I play that melody, anything less than the best of the felony, love it, leave it there, can't wait, bear hit balls like it don't play. If you've got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Perfect. I am so glad that you didn't sing it in any way close relation to the original potential song, because now we can use that. Well done. Right, okay, so this is it. Which of the following are technical names for ice skating moves? Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Is it A, kangaroo jump, B, doggy jump, or C, sheep jump?
I'm going to go kangaroo jump.
Sure.
It's not. It's not. It's actually sheep jump, which I'm very excited to see. It's a position that you jump into in which the skater jumps upwards and bends both legs backwards, reminiscent of a sheep.
Really?
You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Wow.
Right.
Good
next
luck
one.
with that.
Next one. Let's see how we go. Right. Ready? A, shoot the cat. B, shoot the duck. C, shoot the rabbit.
Going to go shoot the duck.
It is shoot the duck. Well done. A skating position in which skater travels on one foot with a skating leg bent position, basically resembling a duck. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. Next one. Here we go. Last one. A, camel spin. B, camel toe. Or C, camel hump.
It's got to be camel hump, hasn't it?
I'm saying camel hump.
Well, although, in fairness, once you've seen me in the all-in-one, like...
Go no further. Go no further. I can reveal it's actually camel spin. Oh. Yeah, the camel spin requires one leg to be extended parallel to the ice, but the other leg controls the speed of the spin. Very
Rufus,
good.
thank you so much for being on the show with us this morning.
it's
Stay around, enjoy the games, and let's have a laugh.
Yes. Right, it is Sunday selfie time as well, where we actually want to find out what you're doing whilst we're on air. So here's a couple of shout-outs that I've got. Let's start with Ronnie in Essex, watching the show on his 6th birthday before heading to London for a tour of the Emirates Stadium.
Oh.
Fellow Gooner.
Ronnie.
Loving that. That was exactly what I would have on my birthday. Massive Arsenal number 6, full kit, yes. Next up, we have got Emma and her mum watching the show from Belfast. Although Dad might be a little bit annoyed, not so much a Spandau fan, more of a Wham fan on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, a little bit of a Wham fan.
Choose
Very
life.
bitter about it.
Oh,
Very
don't.
bitter about it.
Is he?
Very bitter. Right. I'm just saying, don't be bitter, be better. Right. And finally, we have got 3-month-old Evelyn from Broughton in North Wales watching my sister
sweet.
Harley singing from last week. Look at that. Now, 2 things here. One, the baby's got a cup holder. Love that.
Yeah, that's
Other
really
thing,
cool.
how has the baby solved the Rubik's Cube? Unreal. Unreal. Very good. And if you would like a Sunday selfie shout out, then get in touch. Just drop us an email to sundaybest@cactustv.co.uk.
Right, time for a break, but stay with us as we're going down under to talk to Delta Goodrem about her return to music scene and how she taught herself to talk again after a terrifying health scare.
Yeah, and Kirsty Gallacher is going to tell us all about stripping sports stars in her brand new podcast. I'll tell you the context. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to Martin and Roman's Sunday Best.
Now with us today in the studio we've got Rufus, Hound and Kirsty Gallacher.
Yes, and shortly Delta Goodrem will be virtually dropping by from the other side of the world to tell us how she made a musical comeback following a serious secret health battle. Now, first though, we wanted to mention a little golden moment. Now, please, no. We said this last week. Stop, please. This is basically something that's caught our eye, and I said golden, not gold. Right. Beyonce are you paying them to do this?
No, I'm not. It's not even my publishing, it's my brother's.
Yeah, I know. Right. Beyonce has millions of fans worldwide, but one of her greatest admirers is of the feathered variety, a 9-year-old parrot. Yes, genuinely. Chico has been captivating audiences at a wildlife park in Boston, Lincolnshire, with his rendition of Beyonce's If I Were a Boy. And the similarity in voice is genuinely outstanding. Take a listen to a parrot singing. That is not!
Amazing! Steve Nichols and Chico join us now.
Hi there.
Hey,
Hey,
Steve.
man.
Steve, are you with Chico right now?
Yeah, he's behind me somewhere. It's actually just started to rain here in Lincolnshire, so I think he's just getting his head under cover.
Well, listen, I mean, firstly, I want to know, how did Chico learn Beyonce?
Obviously, his owners that had him before must have been a big fan, and he must have been playing it for a long time. And he obviously picked it up, and once he started singing it, they thought it was wonderful and encouraged him more and more.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. Is Chico going to go out and do any gigs?
We've had BGT asking us if he can go, but even Simon Cowell's not big enough for Chico.
I'll tell you what.
No way, I'm sorry, come on. We could definitely do that. Chico on Britain's Got Talent.
They've already had one, Chico.
Yeah, exactly, and it's time we had another one.
Yeah, because I want to know.
It's Chico time.
I want to know what would be on his rider.
I have no idea, but it's probably just the odd peanut and a piece of pineapple.
Do you know what? Let's take a look at Chico one more time in action. So good!
Amazing!
It's so good!
Amazing.
So Chico is the green behind you just there, just over your...
That's right, yes. Yeah, you got Chico just here, that's right. He's just a little bit shy. He's not used to it. Obviously, you've got your dad there, and he's obviously a singer as well, so he's just keeping his head down.
I love it. Well, listen, thank you so much. Let's hear it for Steve and Chico.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much. Right, it is game time, but as
Amazing.
always, we need a judge to decide the winner. So let's welcome back one of our favourite judges. It's Granny Maureen.
Hi.
Hi, Maureen.
How you doing?
I'm absolutely fantastic.
Good.
Fantastic.
You ready for a few games?
Ready.
I am very glad to
go.
see your face, Maureen, because we have a couple of bias granny judges that we sometimes use, and I don't like them.
Right, let's play a game called Sing It Back.
Yes, so in this game, myself and Kirsty will read or sing a song, and then my dad and Rufus will have to correctly sing the next line from the song to win a point.
Easy.
Okay, then my dad, Rufus, you guys will do the same for us. The team with the most points obviously wins. Does that all make sense? Why are you so scared?
Because I'm a terrible singer.
Your first job
I'm not
was
like
live
Chico.
TV.
You're not singing.
Okay,
It's talking. You're going to sing and I'll
I'll do
whisper.
what's on this one, Kirsty, subside. And as always, our granny judge is on hand to keep score. Are we ready for this?
Okay.
2, 3, 4. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I want to take you there
In the midnight hour.
You're doing the bass part, are
Yeah.
you? In the midnight hour, I can feel your power, just like a dream. Or is it just like a
Pair. I will take you there.
Oh.
Let's take a listen. I could have taken a point away because you did say just like a pear.
Well, it was something like pear.
Prayer!
Oh, prayer!
Right, you ready for the next one?
Right, over.
2, 3, 4. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
That is so good.
Let's hear it. Very good.
Can I just say how much, as a professional musician, it must pain you to have a son that thinks you go and go. Never gonna give it. Putting it on the offbeat.
Yeah.
Like a swung version of it. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Right, are you ready for this next
Well,
one?
no. Can we...
Because if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. There's not a swing version to that. Let's take a listen. Don't be mad once you see that he want it. Because if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Got the end of it. But listen, well done. That's a great score.
You did very well.
Very
Well done.
Respectful.
Very good.
Ready?
Go on now, go. Walk out the door.
Just turn around now.
You're not welcome anymore.
I've got too many lives to give, too much time to see.
I should
will
survive.
No, let's listen to it.
No.
It's not how it goes.
Try to help me.
I'm getting meant to get that. I was minus 56 when that came out.
Even I was. I mean, this is difficult.
There's a brilliant cover version of that by a band called Cake, which would have been released when you were born. So no excuses, really.
Go on then.
All right, let's have a look at the next one. Ready?
Weirdly.
Do you know this?
Oh, okay.
No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid.
Just as long
as
you stand by me. That was low.
Oh, darling, darling, stand. That's about the only thing I know. Stand by me. Oh, stand.
Wait.
Stand by me. Stand by me.
Let's take a listen.
So darling,
Oh yeah, we got that one. I'll take that. All right, so this is it to draw with views, all right?
Right, go on, Rufus, kick you off.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow.
I've forgotten the next bit. That's not lean on me. We've done that.
No, we did Stand By Me.
Stand by me.
Let's play it in.
Na 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 na.
It was
Lean on me. I say we won that. I say we got it. Come on. I did it for us, surely. It is as well.
This is the.
You were so close.
But I said lean on me. And
Yeah, but you never got the rest of it. You only got a little bit.
You can't just bring songs from 1930.
Well, I did, I'm afraid. Well, listen, let's get the final scores from Granny Maureen anyway.
We did all right, Roman.
So Martin won that. Martin won.
Well done, well done. Oh dear. Right, from that, Kirsty Gallacher forged a career as one of the UK's most successful sports presenters, but now she's stripping sport in her new podcast. Kirsty, finally you can put some context to what I've been saying. Tell me about it, your brand new podcast.
Yeah, it is. It's called Strip Back Sport because it's nothing to do with being, stripping.
Yeah.
It's just going back to more about that person, how it started, how their career began, how did this amazing athlete, how did they become that person, really?
Yeah.
So it's going back to their childhood, what did sport mean? So everybody I ask, what did sport mean? And mostly they go, it meant everything. And then they homed in on one sport specifically. And it was just an interesting journey, really, and all the adversity they've had and stories, interesting stories as well about what they've overcome. And it's quite interesting, just their journey, really.
I mean, you spoke recently to England rugby player Maro Itoje, and there was a very unassuming fact about himself that came about in this. Tell me about that.
He likes Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
He loves Downton Abbey. He loves
I love that.
period dramas. And
Right.
he told me lots of kind of random things, not random, but personal things that you can't look up on the internet, you can't Google.
Yeah.
And that's really what I love about it. That's what I've really found.
Who else have you got coming up? Who can we look forward to hearing?
So we've got Dame Kelly Holmes tomorrow, who is the most incredible woman. Obviously, a fabulous career. She was in the army.
Yep.
As we know, multi-medal winner. And I'm really excited for people to listen to it because she's also a very, very wonderful woman, lovely woman.
Amazing. Well, listen, we've got to take a break, but we're going to talk more to Kirsty when we come back. Plus, we're going to take a look at the TV shows you should be watching this week. We'll see you in a few minutes.
gentlemen, Sunday best.
Rufus Hound is here, and shortly Delta Goodrem joins us from Australia to give us a taste of her brand new music. But before the break, we were talking to Kirsty Gallacher about your brand new podcast. It's very exciting. But also, I mean, you have spoken to some of the biggest sports stars over the years. But I mean, going back, you spent 20 years at Sky Sports interviewing, I mean, Anthony Joshua, David Beckham. I mean, they're just a few of the people. But you mentioned it earlier on in the show. What was that first day like?
Oh, look at that picture. Really, really scary. Like, I was thinking, what on earth am I doing here? I do love sport, but it was petrifying. It was really, because suddenly I was working behind the scenes at Sky. My knowledge of sport was great, and I was harbouring dreams of maybe being a director, live sport director, and all this. Suddenly it was like, right, next week you're going to go live, and I was like, what? And I was so young, and I was quite shy then, and it was so scary. It was so, you know what it's like.
Yeah, it is scary. It is terrifying, but
it's just like, you just don't know what to do with yourself, and you're worrying about every mistake you make.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of breathe, and it's probably not gotten easier, but, I mean, as in we all get nervous still, don't we? And if you don't get nervous, there's something wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there will be so many, you know, young girls watching this as well that want to go into sports broadcasting and be in sport, and you know, especially with the growth of women's football and everything like that. I mean, any tips for those types of people like looking to get into that?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've got a passion for sport and a passion for, you know, broadcasting, then do the hard work behind the scenes. I think there's nothing better than doing the hard work behind the scenes in TV before. And find out whether you like TV and radio as well, of course. Yeah. It's not easy, we know that. Yeah. But I'm not going to ever discourage anybody. I think you've got to have a go.
But a lot of people might not know this, but your dad, right, Bernard Gallacher, brilliant golfer. Did he pass down his love for sport to you? Is that where it all comes from?
I think so. Yeah, I was very, very sporty at school. I was sort of into everything, sports captain, all that. My sister's not at all. Not one bit sporty. Not one bit. My brother is. He's a really, really good sportsman. My sister is really arty and completely not bothered about sport. So I definitely got a sports gene of some sort. But I love sport. I love it. I think it's so good for us. It's so brilliant to... when people ask me what I watch on TV, I sort of feel like, you know, I'm a presenter and I don't really watch a lot of TV. Live sport, I always go live sport. I'll watch any sport.
Yeah, what's your favourite? There must be a favourite.
I love watching golf.
Golf's your thing, and I've seen this. You're passing down your golf skills to your children as well.
Yeah.
I mean, take a look at this lovely little photo here.
That was when we went away, actually. Oscar in the middle there, who's nearly 14, which is a bit scary. He's actually really good. My dad thinks he could, if he works hard. Possibly.
See, it's in your DNA, isn't it? You know?
I mean, I need to do a podcast about that, actually, about whether it is genetic. You know, of course, there are.
It is in your DNA. Well, and you know, I was just hoping that my DNA would be passed down to Ro, like in entertainment. But obviously, it's not. It's a shame.
Unfortunately, you know, wearing those outfits just wasn't passed down.
But Rowan, you love football, don't you?
Yeah, I love football, and that's it. And that's why I loved that moment. Heading out onto the pitch, soccer raid, and then I realised I was a sub and I only got to play 6.5 minutes.
Were you gutted?
It was great. It was so much fun. You were presenting it. Did you enjoy it?
I love it every year.
Dermot?
With Dermy, absolutely love it every year. You know what it's like. It's great, isn't it? Great to be involved for a great reason for UNICEF. And I was so thrilled that this year, this very difficult year that we've all had, that we were still able to do that and put on a show for people. And we raised more money than ever, which is incredible. So thank you, everybody.
And we still won. We still won.
And you won again.
Mark Wright, if you're watching, no, you're always watching, Mark. We did win.
Honestly, Soccer Aid for Roman, right, has become like my dad talking about the war.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I was doing Soccer Aid, back then...
It's that and I'm a celebrity. That's how Christmas goes. That's it.
Do you love running onto that pitch, though?
Loved it. It's the best.
Better.
Honestly, there's nothing better. It was the most unbelievable thing ever. Honestly, all 6.5 minutes of it. Now,
6.5 minutes.
Kirsty, thank you so much for coming, mate. Kirsty's new podcast, Strip Back Sport, is available on all good streaming platforms.
Now, if you think you've already watched all the good stuff on the box, then think again, because we have some great entertainment recommendations for you.
Our best picks. Right, now let's start with a brilliant new binge watch on Netflix. Now, this is one of those programmes that I pretend to all my friends that I don't watch, but I really secretly do watch. I've actually finished the whole thing already, and I just tell them that my mum watched it. This is Get Organised with the Home Edit. Home organisers, rejoice. This is 8-part series seeing organising gurus Clea Shearer and Joanna Teplin organise and categorise clutter from homes of celebrities such as Reese Witherspoon, Khloe Kardashian and Ava Longoria.
How can we help you?
Our kitchen, it's a disaster. I grew up in the kitchen with my mom, and I get to do that with my kids again. I knew she was gonna cry.
I have no tears left. You're just dehydrated and dried up.
The kids love it. I guess we can put, are you gone? Am I talking to myself?
Labels are magic. It's the key to maintenance.
It's a system. It's a system.
The result is gonna be so rewarding.
That is actually really funny. I watched that with Shirley, my wife, last week, and it's really funny. You know, it's not just about putting stuff away, it's about what they're talking about. Anyway, my recommendation this week is one for the family. It's Onward, Disney Plus. Now, this is so lovely, right? This is about two elf brothers who go on this magical journey to spend one last hour with their late father. It's the most emotional piece of Disney you've ever seen. Let's take a look.
I have something for you from your dad, Ian and Barley. I'm sending you a spell that can bring me back for one day. Dad?
Ah, it's just legs!
Oh, what did I do? Hi.
We only have 24 hours to bring the rest of him back. Put it in O for Onward!
Hold on! I can't do it.
You are ready.
Dad. Dad, it's over. It's over.
What?
It was the trailer. It was the trailer.
You finished?
Pick yourself up. Look, you're dirty on the floor. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Can I just say, a year ago, that would have been a lovely little visual joke and a lovely out to the item. Now it's a biohazard.
Right, next up, Hey Tracy on ITV2. Joel Dommett is back with a second series of Hey Tracy. It is on tomorrow night. The comedy quiz show sees celebrities make cold calls to businesses to try to get the answers to quiz questions, all with the help of Tracy, who is a wonderful, giant, floating robot head. Rufus, what about you? Do you have a recommendation?
Yeah, I think everyone should watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Keep It Light is Sunday morning, but it may be that civilization is ending and social media may genuinely be why.
Yeah.
If you watch The Social Dilemma, you may feel compelled to get rid of your smartphone and instead buy an old dumb phone instead. It is that important.
So that's your legit phone?
That was my legit phone for 3 days before I realised I couldn't live without my smartphone. I can't type on it quickly enough. Everything's WhatsApp, so I couldn't do it. But if there are any engineers out there who can hook me up with a thing that literally just does WhatsApp, maps, podcasts and music, I will get rid of the smartphone. It is that important.
Wow, let's take a look.
We get rewarded by hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value and we conflate it with truth.
A whole generation is more anxious, more depressed.
I always felt like fundamentally it was a force for good. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
Wow, you can catch that on Netflix now. Kirsty, I understand you got a couple of sports matches to recommend.
I'm pretty much going to be watching some live football.
Oh,
you
yes.
will too.
Yes,
won't
I will
you?
be. I
You will.
later on. Who's playing today?
Well, who are Arsenal playing? Do you remember?
Arsenal playing Sheffield United. We've got the Blades.
Yeah, how's that going to go, do you think?
I think we've got it in the bag. We're
think?
at home.
Yeah.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah,
Who
good.
else is playing?
Manchester United.
Oh.
They're up against Spurs. That'll be an incredible
That'd be a
match.
great game.
Who? Who are they playing?
Shh, Spurs. Were you joking?
No.
Yeah, you are joking. And Aston Villa against Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, but you're a massive Liverpool fan. Exactly, so it's all going well
so
over there.
it's a good day of football, yeah.
Very
I'm
good
excited.
day of football. Hey, well, listen, time to take a quick break, but stay right where you are because in a few moments, Delta Goodrem is jetting in virtually from Australia. We'll see you then. Martin and Roman's Sunday Best.
Rufus, Hound and Kirsty Gallacher have been here all morning.
Yes, but now it is time to talk to our final guest. Delta Goodrem started out in Neighbours and went on to have a glowing pop career, but last year it all looked like it may come to an end when complications from some surgery she had left her unable to speak. And I'm so pleased to say she's fighting fit now. She's back with brand new music. So good to have her here. Let's welcome Delta to the show. Delta, you are joining us from Australia right now. Where in Oz are you? Because I'm very jealous.
I'm in Sydney.
In Sydney, and dare I ask the time?
Oh, well, probably 5:30.
5:30 p.m.
I'll tell you what the most important question is, what is the weather like?
Yeah, what's the weather like?
I'm not going to lie, guys, it is sunshine outside, for sure. Sunset time right now, it's sunny, but yeah, we're sending all the sunshine to you over there as well.
So listen, this year's been difficult for everyone, right? We all know that, but yours is especially difficult. You had this major health scare. Tell us about that. How are you now?
Oh, well, thank you for asking, but it's been a part of sharing in this moment. I felt like everyone had gone through such a reset, and obviously, as an artist over here and writing the new music, that I had shared this new song called Paralysed because it felt like maybe the song was meant to be written because I felt like so many people would have privately been going through so much. And the song was about that when I had a salivary gland out, I got a paralysis on my tongue, and then obviously being a musician and a singer and losing my speech, it was a continued sort of challenge to work hard to overcome it, to get back to do what I love to do.
Yeah, but it must make you appreciate it much more now. I mean, every note you sing is just like joy, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always been very grateful in life. You know, I think that everybody has their challenges, and for sure, I definitely, you know, every tiny little nuance of your voice. It's a muscle you hear everywhere you place, and so I've worked really hard with my speech therapist, and a lot of people live with communication challenges their whole lives. So I feel very lucky, and hopefully the songs and the music give hope to people who are still in a challenging time.
That's an amazing thing, and you said it so beautifully there, and I can imagine that there's much more emotion kind of attached to the music now. I mean, how excited are you to be able to get out there, travel around the world again, perform in front of those people and see them singing that song back to you?
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, I didn't expect to kind of go back into an isolation situation. I'd sort of really bucketed in and gone, like, kind of spent time, even though obviously it still was a longer process. I'd still been being a coach on The Voice, and there's still been different chapters throughout the course of time. But all the more meaning, you know. I think in life, the more things that happen, the more experiences, the deeper the colours of the rainbow become. You know, you find different areas of understanding, and you're continually challenged, and then you find a new understanding that you can relate to people and have even more compassion for everybody's, you know, path they walk. And the second I can get out and be singing with everybody, and again, I will be there.
You know what? You are absolutely brilliant inspiration for lots of people out there, isn't she?
Yeah. Now, obviously, the latest that you've got from the upcoming album is your single, Solid Gold. Tell me about the track.
Really, I've just taken it from Martin. You know, I sort of added on the gold. I decided to really steal that and just come up with my own version right now. Solid Gold it's an empowering song. It was a record about letting go of things that don't serve you anymore, about sort of moving forward and empowering the listener to remind you of that sort of self-worth and sort of that cheekiness, but at the same time having the confidence to let it go and saying that what you had was always solid gold.
Well, listen, Solid Gold. Let's take a listen to it right now. That's not the right one. Please.
The other one.
Yeah, the other one. Delta's one.
Delta, some of the viewers will recognise you as well from Neighbours, won't they? How old were you when you were doing that?
Oh, I was about 17 years old. I loved my time on Neighbours. I remember the first time I came to the UK, I would got off the plane and everyone said, "Hi Nina, hi Nina." So that was my name for the first couple of years that I would visit over there. But great time of my life, and you know, Neighbours are still going.
No, it seems like it's a real rite of passage, doesn't it? For anybody in any Australian entertainment, it seems like it's a real road to travel.
Yeah, well, it's a fantastic school. I mean, I say that I went to Erinsborough High as my education, but I definitely felt like you learned being on camera every single day. You learned the pressure, and they had great discipline there. It felt like, you know, if you wear your earrings home from continuity, you learn all these things that obviously were a part of all-encompassing being a part of the entertainment business my whole life. It was a wonderful training ground for people, and also a wonderful show that's in everybody's home every day, and it feels like part of the furniture.
And now you're doing The Voice.
Yes, I've been there for 9 years since the inception of...
I was reading somewhere it's like 150 shows you've been on, which is an incredible amount.
I was quite emotional on the 150. They brought it out and they had these beautiful videos. I was very, very humbled, and I love my artists. I love mentoring. I love sharing as I learn things, and as I learn from them. I love mentoring them. I love that we get to play so much music and we're surrounded by music, have a lot of fun. Anything happens in blinds. But yeah, Team Delta's had a few good wins over the years that I'm pretty proud of.
Why not? Amazing. Let's hear it for Delta, everyone on the show. And don't forget, Delta's new music, Solid Gold, is out right now. Delta, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me on the show.
See you later. Right, there we go. It is time for our final game. And our last game is called Head in the Clouds. Now, we like this one. Okay, the cloud has magically morphed two famous faces together, and it's our job to guess whose faces they are. And for a bonus point, which one of our guests they link to. So, Rufus, Kirsty, when you think you know, just buzz in. You got your buzzer?
Yep.
You hear it? Oh, very nice. Comedy. Right. Cloud, please reveal the first photo. Rufus.
That is Keith Lemon, and I assume from the neck, Kim from Kim and Aggie.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Cloud, please reveal. Yeah. It is. It is. Very good. And what's the link there?
Keith Lemon presents Celebrity Juice, and Kim was once a guest on Celebrity Juice. Stuck her head out of the magazine and was nothing but sweetness and light.
Yeah.
Very good. Right, let's see, Cloud, the next photo, please. Who is that?
Ooh, that's tough.
Oh.
Go on.
It looks like Harry Maguire in there.
Go on, Harry Maguire, and who? And who?
Harry Maguire
who is it?
in drag.
Wait. Go on.
Is that Flavia Kakaccia?
It's a
And
Strictly.
who else? And who else do you think?
Oh, it's Brendan Cole and Harry Maguire. No, I'm joking.
Let's take a look.
It's Brendan.
Rufus, what is the link?
Well, the link is they were both professional dancers on Strictly Come Dancing. Brendan was Kirsty's partner for an actual whole series.
Correct.
But I just did a Christmas special and danced with Flavia.
Oh, very nice.
And let me tell you,
Okay.
You're good at this.
I might give you a point apiece. Very good. Let's go. Cloud, please reveal the next photo. Ooh.
Phil
Go on.
Tufnell.
Yeah, and who?
Is Jim White in there?
Jim White? Jim White there, he's got good hair. Go on.
No.
Rufus.
Is it Mike Tyndall?
Is it Mike Tyndall? Well, it's close. I'll give you one last guess. It is a sportsman.
Is it Matt Dawson?
Let's take a look. You both got it wrong. It's Brad Friedel. And it is Phil Tufnell. It is.
Who is
Kirsty
Brad
here.
Friedel?
So, Brad Friedel, ex-Blackburn and Spurs goalkeeper.
Yeah.
American. Lovely chap.
Yeah, that's quite a difficult one, though.
It is very difficult.
But do you know the link to you, Kirsty, there?
Phil Tufnell and I hosted an ITV show called Simply the Best.
Brad Friedel was also a teammate of yours in Question Sport back in February 2011.
Oh, well, you see, that was quite a long time
dig
ago.
deep.
You really do.
We dig deep. Yes. Right, Cloud, please reveal the last photo.
Oh.
Go on, Rufus.
That's Jamie Theakston.
Yeah.
And On the hair,
I mean, who is that?
I'm going to guess...
Be very
Fern
careful.
Cotton.
You're saying Jamie Dixon and Fern Cotton. How sure are you on this?
Not very.
I would be very sure. Cloud, please reveal. Well done!
Very good.
Why are you so good at this game?
No, he was very good.
It's frightening.
Rufus, please, what is the connection on this?
They are both radio DJs and they both presented Saturday morning kids television. They both presented Top of the Pops. In fact, actually, when you think about it, they may be the same person.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right, let's find out who won. Granny Maureen, over to you.
Martin won this one.
Oh, come on. It's 2 in a row. It's 2 in a row.
You can be on my side again, I'll tell you that. That's your lot for today. But if you missed any of the show or you just fancy watching us all over again, you can catch up now on the ITV Hub.
Yeah, thanks so much to our guest. Let's hear it for Kirsty Gallacher.
Thank you.
And Rufus Hound.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, we are back next Sunday with Rick Edwards, Connie Hutt and Catherine Parkinson. Thanks so much for spending your morning with us. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.